Let's go. We got Chuy, baby. This is TechNV's number 5. Cinco.
First traveling.
First
podcast.
away game, baby.
Yeah.
We're on the road this week, and we're here with Chuy, so let's get it going. Awkward. We got to learn how to transition out.
I know. That's pretty good music excitement.
Oh, yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to get something custom, too, because
Is-
Garrett's pretty good at messing with the music stuff, so he's going to do
well,
something.
you can mess it up because tequila and mariachis and horses go well together.
Oh,
You know,
100%.
so you can,
This guy's the man at guitar, too. He needs to come over here and
There
start
you go.
serenading you guys.
there you go.
Get like a little clip going.
Perfect.
Well, let's get a little introduction going.
Okay.
Once again, you got Garrett Smith, you got Shay Billingsley, and as our special guest for this week, guys, we got Chuy, that owns Mari Chuy's.
That's right.
the
That's
founder
right.
and owner.
Yes.
How's it going, Chuy?
Oh man, it's excellent. Thank you for spending the time here with us.
Oh, 100%.
That's very very important. To do what we do here with our local people. And some of the business owners. When we want to do introductions and connections, this is the place.
Right.
Right.
And we feel the love, man. I think that I just want to tell you thank you from the bottom of both Garrett and I's heart, because I think that since day one, since we first met you, it's been nothing but love and gratitude going both ways. I think that when we first got introduced to you by James, your dad's financial guy. Shout out James. I just think we've always been welcomed here, and that's something that I think is very important as a business, right? Is to welcome your customers in. But the way that you did it just makes us feel extra special.
Well, one of the things that I want to keep it going for life. Any business you go, if they treat you like a number,
Right.
And then I don't belong in there.
True.
But in the restaurant business, you come in and I'm gonna treat you like a family.
Right.
And that's the service that you're gonna get.
And that's how we feel.
And when I invite you to my house or you invite me to your house, that's the love that I want.
100%.
I want that relaxing. I want that exactly what I want. There is no fake.
Right.
There is nothing. It's gonna be real.
Yeah, and that's
You know?
what you started off with saying. I asked Chuy, is there anything you want us to stay away from asking or anything? He's like, no, keep it authentic.
Keep it going. Yeah.
Keep it going.
And we're humans.
100%.
You ask the questions, I have the answer I want to answer.
Yep.
I don't. I might ask for help.
Right.
And that's just the way it is.
And that's authentic.
Right.
Yeah.
And
We
that's
have
something. Oh, good.
Oh, I was gonna say we have a special connection here because of your lockers. This is the first place I've seen a place do a lot. What came what got the idea?
Well,
behind
the Tequila Society, I'm going to give you a little story.
Yeah.
I went down to Mexico City, and Mexico City has a very unique a way to do business, exactly on the executive level. So I was there in a bar, and I was just having a drink. And at 1 o'clock p.m., I seen all these business people coming in with their bottles of tequila.
Right.
And I asked a question. I asked the bartender, supervisor, I says, what all these people are doing with their bottles of tequila here? And he looked at me like, you're in Mexico. We take our break 1 o'clock p.m.
Right.
And that's the time that we do our business. At 1 o'clock.
Right.
Because we don't go back.
Right.
We finish it here. We started and we finish it.
Business stays at the table.
Exactly. So that was an eye opener for me. And then he says, "Would you like to see our tequila locker rooms?"
Yeah.
I said, "What?" So he took me down, and I went like, "Oh my goodness! Look at this.
awesome.
This concept is gonna be in Reno, Nevada."
There we go.
As soon as I brought it here, there was a lot of people that says, no, it's not gonna work. I said, well, good. You know what? But guess what? In a month, we were sold.
That's
in a
amazing.
month, we had 40 people waiting list.
That's insane.
Why? Because we're very unique, very humble, and we try our best.
We can vouch for the waiting list because we were on one.
There you go. And that's what I brought in.
Yep.
But the way that I observed, and I stayed there, I only supposed to stay there for 1 hour.
Right.
But I was there in that place from 1 o'clock until probably 10 o'clock at night. Until I saw, because I have to see it to believe it,
Yeah.
And I seen all the transactions that was happening in there.
Yeah.
Real estate, legal actions, whatever. But it was incredible.
You saw it work live in action.
Yes. And for me to believe in something, I have to be there. I have to be there on the table.
You got to
know,
touch it. You got to feel it. You got to
yes,
see it.
You know, like people said, if you want to catch the worm, better show up early.
Right.
100%.
If you want to take the whole basket of worms, stay until the last minute.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, and that's what happened with me.
Right.
I stayed there, and I'm like, yes, you know, this whole concept, I
gonna
know
work.
how it's gonna work, and I'm gonna go and share it with my people in Reno, Nevada.
Oh man, that's so inspiring, Chuy, like hearing that, because I think like for us being business owners as well, because we own a esports lounge for PC gaming, and you know, people come in and they come play video games at our location, right? And I think that I tell the story all the time, but we made a Reddit page, right? And it's almost like Yelp. You know, people in the community, they just you post an ad or you post a flyer, and pretty much people just come and comment and give their 2 cents, right?
Yeah.
And we heard a lot of negative comments about it's not going to work.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
this
We've
and
had
that.
a place like this before.
Yeah,
and it closed, and it's
exactly.
like,
But
oh.
you know, the first transaction that Garrett and I made, I think that was like the best day ever in business, because it's proof that it works.
Yeah.
Right. It's proof that someone out there is a customer in something that you believed in, and they also believe in you too. So that's inspiring to hear your story about.
No,
you know,
that is great. You know, and as a matter of fact, that you're talking about that, I've been thinking on that because we had a meeting with my social media people.
Right.
And he said, you know, we need to do something like this
Yeah.
in a different locations.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and videos and all that
Yep.
stuff. Why not?
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and we can start, you know, from the Spark location to Reno,
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
You know, people always want to do something different.
Exactly.
You know, something different. So
Different
you know,
can be good.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
but like you said, you need to make sure that you do your research and do your homework, and like you did when you stayed there all day,
Yeah.
you did your research. You wanted to see every transaction, see, hey, what's going on here? What are these people doing that makes it work?
Yeah.
And I think that's the genuine relationship that you provide to each and every one of your customers that's coming through the door.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm glad that you guys noticed that, because you guys, you know, like I tell my employees, our employees are number one.
100%.
Number one, A, you guys, number one, B.
Yeah.
Because with them,
Yeah.
I cannot provide the services that we're talking.
Right. 100%.
You know, so I always tell them, I say, you know, I always depend on you. You're my number one.
Right.
My customer is number one, B.
Yep.
But, you know, equals to same.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and you know, I'm never, you know, I try to do my best of showing the very uniqueness
Yep.
of a restaurant business.
Right.
You know, because a restaurant doesn't matter if
Yep.
it's Mexican, Italian, Chinese, whatever.
100%.
You know, as long as you've been treated like in your house, like a family.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of like employees and people that you have in here, you know, helping you with this vision that you have, it's funny because earlier I took Devin, who's behind the camera right now. He doesn't have a mic on today, but earlier today I took Devin and I surprised him with a gift, right? To show him like the appreciation that Garrett and I both have for him and all the work that he's doing. And to spin that off, yesterday when I was in here, I was speaking to, I forget her name. She was
Oh, her name?
Yeah.
Lola?
Lola. So she was Lola, yeah. So she was just pretty much telling, you know, her story about how she feels like she loves this place, right? And the relationship that she has with all of her coworkers, and she just said that the environment is awesome. So that then spills into your customers, because if you have happy employees, then they're just going to spread the wealth, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
They're going
That's
to
right.
spread that happiness around.
Yeah, you know, because you always, you know, you always go with employees. Well, you know, you're lucky to have a job. No,
Yeah.
it's just a job.
Yep.
You know, but when you believe in your vision,
Yep.
and you believe in what you're doing, it's a whole team.
Right.
It's not only mine.
Right.
Right.
It's your
you
work
know?
family.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a family. You
Yeah.
know, but we all have to believe, and we all have to have the very clear.
The common goal.
Yes. What are we looking for?
Yep.
Yeah.
What do we need to do?
Yep. You guys need to know the vision of where you guys are going,
Yeah,
and what
what's
you
our
guys want to
mission?
do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mission.
You know what? And by you guys seeing what we're doing, it says, well, you know what? I like this.
Yeah, and I can see it. You can see it within yourself. You can see it within your employees, that you guys have a mission, because I think you guys have 4 locations, right?
Yes.
And you have one at the airport, Sparks, Midtown, Downtown, and
Midtown,
here,
yeah,
right? And
yeah.
this is the newest. This is the baby. This
No,
is
the
newest one?
baby is at the airport.
Oh man.
You know, it's at the airport. But, you know, I'm going to tell you something. You go to any locations, and you will feel the same thing.
Right.
In every location, you will feel the same thing.
To be
And
honest,
if
I
not,
have.
You know, if not, I want to know.
That's
you
good.
know, and I want to know the person. I want to know, you know, exactly, because, you know, when you come and say, Chuy, I have something to tell you, but, you know, I don't want to get that person in trouble. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, if you're going to say something, say it. but it's gonna be constructive criticism.
Right.
You know, that works.
Let
That
me tell you
works.
something, Chuy. I did a little research. I went and saw Yelp, right? And I saw that you reply back to almost every single person that leaves a comment.
Absolutely.
And you say, hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was
Yeah.
crazy to see. Like, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. It's the small little details that go a long way. And
Well,
when I
you-
saw that, I was like, man.
You know, the other thing is, I'm gonna have another one for you. Every day on Facebook shows the birth dates.
Right.
You know, so every day in the morning, I send everybody's a birthday wish every
Oh,
single
man.
day.
Happy
How,
birthday.
how is that gonna take you? How long is it gonna take you? 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And what's
How
important?
far does that go, though?
Right.
Goes a
Exactly.
very
Exactly.
long way.
You know, the people they see, I say,
They
wow.
appreciate it. Yeah.
You know?
It's small, but yeah.
This is you know, hey, Chuy, by the way, can we have a little tequila tasting tonight?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna be there, and we're gonna make sure that we're there, and, you know, just to make your day.
Right.
It
Yeah,
shows that
that's
you
smart.
have your own community here, being Chuy's, and then that community is only bigger by the community that comes in here.
Yes,
and that's awesome
yes.
that you feel a part of it.
Well, you know, I mean, and everything starts with actions.
True.
You know, actions is everything. What you guys see and what you guys smell and taste and everything, that's it.
It speaks louder than words, right?
Yes. You know, I can tell you whatever.
Yeah.
But if you don't see it,
Yep.
you know, it's like I tell all my people here, I said, you know, I'm doing my work.
Yeah.
You know, telling the people how great we are.
Yeah.
But if we have the people here and we're not doing what I'm saying, you know, what's going to happen?
Well, it's like when James first told us, Garrett, like, hey, you got to come, because I think we just came here for lunch one day, and he's like, no, this place is great. And I think James is a word of, is a man of his word. And I think that when we showed up here, I didn't expect any of this because I never really heard too much other than I've seen your locations, but I've never been. And so the first time that I came, I was like, I'm coming here all the time.
Yeah.
And then we ended up becoming family by the locker, by us coming in more often. And
And look at what you guys do now.
yeah, and now
You
we're
know?
here.
and this happened, you know, yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, that's very natural. You know,
Right.
you came, Chuy, we need to do this.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep,
Right.
exactly.
Absolutely. And,
Yeah,
and that's when we're open. We're way open, you know, to do
100%.
whatever.
Yep.
You know, for my people,
Yep.
we're open to do anything.
That's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah,
You know?
I first came here with my wife, like when we first moved here a long time ago. And my wife is very picky on
Yeah,
restaurants.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like if she
Yeah.
has one
Did you
bad
hear that, Jess?
Yeah. Yeah, well, if she has one bad experience, like she'll have one meal, and if she hates that meal, she hates the restaurant.
Yeah.
And we came here first, and then she loved the lockers. Like she loved the issue.
The
Like, now
ambiance.
this is like
Yeah.
her favorite spot.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's
you
like,
know,
that's what it's important. It's like first impression.
any business, any restaurant, you know, my biggest belief, we have 30 seconds.
Right.
Right.
Either 30 seconds when you meet a person and she's gonna like you, or he's gonna like you, or you know what?
Yeah.
I don't feel anything here.
Right.
Right.
You got to grab them just right there.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and what 30 seconds is like, you know, when you close your eyes and you open them, like, yeah,
That's
right
it.
there.
A blink of an eye.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it. To
Especially
just
how big-
capture someone's attention.
Yeah.
Right, especially how like Reno's growing
Oh,
so
my
much. So
goodness,
it's like
you know.
it's, like we came from LA, so and down there, if you start a restaurant and you don't give someone perfect service,
Oh,
you're,
man.
you're done.
You're
You're
getting a
done,
Yelp
yeah.
review that just
Yeah,
says, hey, don't go
exactly.
here.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you do, don't go here.
Yeah, there's
but I
just so
like
much
that Reno's a
competition.
little bit different because it goes back to even like kind of what you were saying, Chuy. If you capture that person's attention and you do what you're supposed to do as the business owner, then they're going to come back.
Right.
But in LA, you're right. They're very like even if they did come back, it won't be for months later because I think that the business owners over there get so wrapped up into the LA mindset of like
Right.
we're too big. But it goes back to what you're doing here, where you're like we're never too big to take care of you.
No,
You know.
never.
Exactly.
And I don't care how busy I am.
Yep.
You know,
Right.
being busy is good.
Yes.
But being busy is also an excuse.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
I don't have time right now for you. No.
Yeah.
We'll make time.
100%.
You know, we'll make time.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
You have
So
to,
that's what everything is all about.
Yeah.
You know, especially with tequilas on the table.
Right.
You know, what a history.
Right.
You know, when I first went down to Tequila Mexico just to keep learning,
Right.
I mean, it's just that history of 3 or 4 generations.
Right.
You know, and all the way from planting the agave plant all the way to finished product. It takes from 1 to 7 years.
Right.
Oh wow.
1
Yeah.
to 7 years to
ferment it, right?
To ferment it, to grow it, you know, to have the right product.
To taste it and it doesn't taste good. Okay, we got a new batch. We gotta do
Yes,
it again.
and- exactly.
Tequilas you could tell like are good from a bad.
right.
too.
Yeah.
So how many bottles for each plant?
Yeah.
No more than 4 or 5 bottles.
Right.
insane.
You know, so 5 bottles of great tequila, 1 to 7 years.
Yeah.
Really? And I guarantee you, not a lot of people know about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Well, that's the history part that you're able to now educate people on what they're purchasing, right? Because just like anything, if you buy something, you should know a little bit about it before you even, decide to make a decision on spending money on it, right?
Yes.
So every time that we buy a bottle, we always talk to you or we talk to Sergio and we say, hey, like, what do you think about this one? We want something like similar to this, and you guys have a recommendation right away, and that's something that I also appreciate about this place.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sergio is awesome.
Yeah.
He is like
He's on it.
He's like perfect. Like I've never seen someone know so much about
Yeah.
tequila. Like when he'll tell you the whole history about each bottle.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow.
And we're
you
like,
know-
is that just this bottle, or is that you're talking
I
about
was
4
like,
of
you're
them?
the bartender?
and the weird thing is that sometimes you feel overwhelmed, because you get a lot of
information.
and a lot of history,
Yeah.
but it's good, when
Right.
you're interested in something,
Yeah.
and
It's going to keep you coming back for
yeah,
more.
yeah. I says, you know what?
It's kind of bad news because you're almost like, well, every time he brings out one, he's like, oh, this one, and then this one. Then you're like, oh crap, I don't know which one.
Well, and the whole story, everything started right here. This one here, and then this one here, Fortaleza, right? Look at that, even and then this one here,
That one right there, I think, is my favorite.
Dame Mas, and then this one here, and then G4. The G4 came in and
I
brought
love
it to
it.
you and said,
Yep.
"What is that?" I said, well,
Yep.
here,
Yep.
try it.
Yep.
So it just
I gotta try this one. I haven't tried
yes,
this one.
yes. Well, right now is the perfect time for us to enjoy a little bit of tequila. That you have it in the table right in the center,
Oh,
and that's the
100%.
whole idea. Because when you guys see people coming in from the Tequila Society, and you don't see their tequilas on their table, you see something different.
Right.
That's the easiest way to go and say hi, introduce
Yes.
yourself to them.
Right.
Exactly.
You go in there. It doesn't look like you have, the tequilas that I have.
Yeah, let's swap. Let's try something that
Yeah.
Try something different.
Yeah, try
Right.
something
You know,
different.
try
That's what we do
something
with James. Like James has his locker, and
Yeah.
we have ours, and then we were just swapping.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah.
the Michael Jordan one. And that
Yes,
one was pretty
you
good.
know, and the great thing that he does too, every time that I'm here, if I'm not here, he says, Chuy, I'm on my way over, I have a reservation. Can you come and have a tequila shot with us too? That's
awesome.
Not a tequila shot, tequila tasting.
Yeah,
I
tequila
said,
tasting.
perfect, James. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
And that makes me very special.
Oh yeah, that's a good feeling. I could only imagine, like, we're starting to get that kind of feedback, like with some of our customers. I think that like having a customer come back is just an insane feeling.
Yeah.
We've had like repeated customers, and like when they come back, it just proves your theory worked. Right.
Exactly.
And then especially like with what you're saying, like now there's an interaction, there's a relationship there where they're like, hey, let's sit down, let's talk a little bit. I haven't seen you in a while, because James comes every blue moon now.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's catch up and have a tequila tasting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody likes that. Everyone wants that like cheers feeling where you come to
Yeah.
somewhere and everyone knows
Yeah.
you, and then you just sit down and
Yeah.
it's kind of like just
Well,
sitting with your buddies.
the greatest thing about any business too, a lot of people, they focus on making money in the first time ever.
Yep.
You know what? That's not our style.
Same thing with us.
Our style, it's relationship for life,
Right.
and making money for life.
Right.
Not one time.
Right.
Because if we do something wrong, you know what? We'll take care of it right there and then.
Right.
Right.
That's what we're starting to do. Like we had, going back to Devin, who's not here, but he's here. We had one of Devin's really good friends, Cedric. We hosted his birthday party. We didn't charge him. We didn't do anything. We were just like, we want people to have fun and celebrate. And then because business will come, it will come, money will come, and all of that. But the relationship's first. You got to establish that relationship, and then you're gonna have people say, "Man, they have a really good vibe over there. They have something going on over there. I want to go back for that energy."
Yes.
And,
It's like an
and
experience they remember. For
Exactly.
Sure. That's what we
Yeah.
want.
that's what keeps them coming.
People come in and they will tell you.
Yeah.
Even if they're a little shy.
Yeah.
But if they feel great, they're gonna tell you.
They're gonna say thank
Guarantee.
you. They're gonna appreciate it.
Guarantee. One thing over another, they will come and tell you how they feel, how they do it, why are they coming here?
Right.
Right.
That's
So
awesome.
it's good. It's good.
No, it's definitely a special feeling, especially because like I love Mexican food, so I've been to probably
thank
every every spot in the whole place, and
Yeah.
I for sure come here the most. I mean, not only because we have our lockers, but just because when you come here, it's like
you.
you don't just get served and then just be on your way.
no.
Most places, they drop off the check, then they're done.
Well,
you probably never see them again.
And I'm pretty sure you guys are from LA, and we see experiences very different.
Right.
You're not even finished your meal,
Right.
Your family reunion, and they're coming with a bill here.
Wow.
that's very unprofessional.
And then just hovering over your shoulders, like
That's
you
very
guys-
true.
you guys
They
need
do that in
anything
LA.
else? Like,
That
you guys
is a
need
thing.
anything else? It's like-
because they just want
In and out.
want you in and out.
In and out, get out of
It's not
here.
going to happen.
Thank
You know,
you,
that's
Sergio.
that's not going to happen. Here, the first thing that we come and see that
Right.
it's not going to happen.
Right.
You know.
That's awesome.
Well, what are we
Garrett,
taking first? Do we
We'll have Chuy give the recommendation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with this one right here.
Let's do
And
it.
what is this one here? It's Herencia Mexicana,
Okay.
which is the Mexican heritage.
Let's do
You
it.
know?
It's only fitting.
Yeah.
It's only fitting. Let's do it.
Tequila, horses, great people in the right place, right?
Yep, exactly.
So
While you're pouring that, I have a question. Like, what do you do to relax? Like, as a business owner, when you have like time that you just need to like put to the side and be like, I need to step away from the business for a second. What do you do to relax?
oh, perfect. You know what you're doing right now, right? This is my relaxation.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is what Chuy.
That's awesome.
Let's take a little break.
Yeah.
Let's do a little brainstorming.
Yeah.
Let's go and have a drink.
Let's have a drink.
You know,
Tasting.
That's why, all those excuses that I don't have time. That let's wait or whatever. No.
Let's do this now.
That's the time. Let's do it now.
Yeah, let's do it
you
now.
know, because if we can do something, we're gonna do it right away.
There's no better timing than in the time and in the
Now.
moment right now.
Now, because we can worry about the whole thing, how we're gonna fix the world.
Yeah.
But the only control that we have is right now.
Exactly.
We are in the table, and this is the only control that we can have.
Exactly.
We can have nothing else.
Very true.
Nothing else.
That's very true.
You know? So that's my time.
That's awesome.
Love it. Yeah, me and Shay, we've been working our butts off. We kind of just started our business about a month ago, and we haven't had a lot of downtime, but it's kind of same thing. It's like we enjoy, like we kind of set our spot up to be like, this is kind of our getaway. We kind of built it around kind of a man cave kind of feel too. So it's so it's not like when we're there, it's like, oh, it's not a bad place.
And always feel free, please, to any brainstorming, whatever on the business side.
Yeah.
Hey,
Reach out.
yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
We have beautiful places here in Ranchera that we can even go to the Ranchera Village
Yeah.
at the mansion.
Yeah.
We can have a drink in there, and maybe our brains, will change.
Start getting.
It's
Right.
changing.
Yeah,
You know?
because I think going back to interactions, when you meet, especially a business like this, you're seeing so many walks of life, so many different people, lawyers, doctors, trash. I'm not saying wastemen. Everybody. It doesn't matter.
Everybody, and that's
Everyone
one of the,
comes for this, right?
Yes, and salute.
Salud.
Salute. So you smell it, and what you smell on, that's exactly what you're gonna taste.
Oh,
That's
wow.
awesome.
It smells smooth, which is rare.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
That's really good.
It's a Friday.
That is really good.
It's a
It
Friday.
tastes like a Friday.
Yeah,
It
it's a
tastes like
Friday.
a Friday, right? Wow.
So the other thing, we were talking, relaxations and everything. It never is the perfect time.
Right.
Never. But if we make the perfect time, we're gonna go long ways.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Long ways.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I have a question. Since Garrett and I are kind of in the technology business, what technology do you feel like technology has like really changed within the restaurant business? Like it's like for the better or the worse? Like,
Yes. Well, this is interesting because I never believed on television,
Right.
radio stations, flyers. I'm not
For
a big believer-
advertisement?
Advertising. But when social media came around, I was shocked because I didn't know how.
The impact.
Yes, I didn't know how to approach that. I was like, what are we gonna do?
Right.
So at the minute that I met a 19-year-old boy, well, not a boy, a
man.
a young man,
Yeah.
and I took some classes from him, some advices. I was like, really? So yeah, and I'm gonna show you all these great things that we're gonna do.
Right.
Because on this phone, you can control your whole life
Oh,
You can move mountains.
right here.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can answer all. I mean, before I didn't like no phones.
And you can escape now too. You turn it off, you're empty.
Yeah.
You're away from the world.
Yeah.
You're gone.
Yeah, but this thing right here, can believe that everything in there and just to say thank you, just to say, come and see me, please. I'm over here right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
And they're gonna come.
they're gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw a photo once of what the phone is and versus what it replaced, and it had
A list.
calculator, TV, video camera. Like it just had like a mountain of stuff. And I was
everything,
like, holy
everything.
cow,
And,
it's
and,
true.
and I was like, man, you know what are you guys doing to me? Because my first excuse,
Yeah.
my first excuse was when I used to be in the back in the kitchen, I don't have time.
Right.
And how am I gonna get on the phone, take pictures, send a message, and being in the kitchen working?
Comment and all
yeah,
that, yeah.
commenting. And how are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
But you know, with the time will tell.
Yeah.
You know, and how much dedication you're gonna put in.
Right.
What an opportunity that you're gonna give to the other people.
Right.
Right.
You know, and that's what life is all about.
It's your connection to your customer.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
now
so
everyone's
so
on
to
phones,
answer your question, that's it right there.
That's awesome.
You know?
We love to hear it. How about like, are you guys on Grubhub? No. What are your thoughts on that? Like the situation where it's like someone comes to the restaurant, they pick up food that's hot and ready, and then it gets to the customer. Do you feel like it's not as authentic?
You know, you just said the whole thing. Our food, we take a lot of pride.
Right.
Okay, and there is a lot of delivery.
And it's very, very good.
Yes, there is a lot of delivery. There is a lot of deliveries up there. Okay, but you have to remember one thing: that when you make a phone call and order your meals, they're not gonna be, you know,
Out of the kitchen.
yes. How do the kitchen prepare it, and how are you gonna receive it?
Yeah.
Because that person,
You're losing that control we were
yes,
talking about.
the person that is picking it up, they're not taking the same love of what you're getting in the restaurant. Okay,
true.
and it's not an excuse. Okay, and one more thing, if something goes wrong in the box,
Yeah.
where the food is, if there is something wrong in there, and you call that company, the stuff that you order, you know, it's not for your inspections,
Yeah, it doesn't meet him.
right? And then they're not going to take the full responsibility. They say, well, you need to call the restaurant.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what?
So you're spending so much time running around. You're just like, screw it. I'm just gonna go to Taco Bell.
Yes,
You know.
that's right.
Yeah.
You know, and see it, and for me, if I prefer to deliver it myself,
Yeah. Before a Grubhub or DoorDash person does it.
DoorDash or Uber
you don't
Eats
know
or
those
whatever.
people.
You know, and I'm not bashing nobody. You know, it's just the way it is.
No, that's how you view it, and that's
Yes.
how you want your, I guess, representation to, be preceded by is that when someone orders something, they get the love, the care, and all that stuff that you guys provide here in the restaurant. You want them to have that. You want them to experience it. It's all about experience.
And one of the greatest things that we have here, that we don't use no preservatives.
Right.
You know, which
Fresh.
Because the other places they use a lot of preservatives.
Right.
So when they arrive,
Yeah.
even lettuce,
Yeah.
vegetables, when they arrive in your house, they're like nothing happened.
Oh, 100%.
Our product, you can tell right away.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of the things that I very hesitate. You know, for that and in that direction is Chuy, but how come you don't guys have no deliveries? Why you guys don't use this company and this company? I said, you know what? I prefer to do what we do very,
Right.
you know,
You don't want it tarnished.
exactly. You know, I prefer to be. My grandma used to have something said. You know, we prefer a mist.
Yeah.
You know, when it rains,
Yeah.
Right.
just a mist in the morning, than just lots of rain.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I don't want that. I want just a mist.
Yeah, you
Right.
prefer mist than the storm.
Yes,
Yeah.
Right.
I want just a mist.
Yeah.
So when I see my friends and my family, my community, and everybody says, you know what, I like this.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and that reminds me all the time.
Yeah.
You know how big you want to grow your business.
Yeah.
Your business can be bigger you want.
Yeah.
But always keep that consistency.
Consistency is
Right.
key. It is so key because you
Yeah.
can be consistent for 1 year and then all of a sudden you get greedy because you're like, oh, we want money, but what are you losing? Okay, well, for us to make more money, we need to now lower the products. We have to lower the, what's it called? Like the value in the products that you're serving because like even like in the restaurant business, right? You can always you could always undercut it something, right? Okay, let's change the tomatoes out. The tomatoes can be cheaper if we get these, not the same good ones,
You know, and the same thing with the tequilas.
Right.
You go, oh, you know what? We just didn't want to bring this tequila over because, no.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it. We have it. We'll have it here.
That's awesome.
There is no. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We used this because it was a little too expensive, and we're gonna shortcuts or what. That's not gonna happen.
True.
Right.
I love it.
So have you always been in Reno, or have you ever thought of like going outside of Reno?
Well, when I first came from Mexico, I came when I was 11. So I spent a year in LA, in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
So, but I got very scared.
Shout out Neho.
Yeah. I got very scared.
Oh, it's intimidating.
Because the buildings, the luxury,
Right.
everything. So I stayed 1 year in there, and then my oldest brother, he says, you know what, let's go to Reno. And I said, what's in Reno?
Yeah.
What's in Reno?
The biggest little city.
Yeah.
Yeah. What year was this?
1979.
Oh wow! So you've seen Reno.
Oh yeah.
You've seen
yeah.
it when it was.
That's what I love.
Right.
That's when you put the seed,
Right.
when you plant the seed, and you see all the changes, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, how was it seeing? I mean, from the '70s, man, I can't even imagine seeing how different the freeways are and how much bigger.
there was
Reno
no
is now.
freeways.
Yeah, I
There was
remember.
just dirt.
Yeah,
just dirt.
I remember 395 was South Virginia. You had to drive right.
Yeah. You
through
go right now.
downtown.
You're North Virginia.
Yeah.
All.
Yeah,
it's
all the
still-
way.
the name is still there.
Right.
And it's just dirt.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
dirt.
It's just
yeah.
dirt.
It's
Crazy.
insane.
It's dirt. So when we were coming down, and by trucking on Highway 80, and I saw the casinos, and I told my brother, I said, "What's in there?" He said, well, those are the casino in Reno. But what's a casino?
Yeah.
I'm just a little kid.
Yeah.
He says, well, it's a hotel, it's a restaurant. He says, would you please take me there?
Yeah.
And I saw the name El Dorado. El Dorado
Yep.
means
Oh, yeah.
gold in Spanish. Gold. I said, it's very easy.
Yep.
That's simple.
Yep.
And he took me there. Believe it or not, as soon as I walked in there, I felt I belong in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like you hit the gold mine. Like you struck gold.
And when I went in there, and I asked for the job, and I didn't know that he was the owner or the chef. He goes like, what is, no English.
Yeah.
He goes like, what does he want?
Yeah.
He goes, I think he wants to go to work. So we'll hire him.
Yeah.
That was the end of it.
Easy.
Oh, really?
You
So
know?
you started off at El Dorado.
12 years,
Oh.
when I was 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
So why I keep saying this? Because the Eldorado gave me all the opportunities that I wanted.
Right.
That I wanted, and as of today, we still have that relationship.
Right.
With them. They're here all the time, enjoying themselves. They have a tequila locker.
That's
and
wow.
here. I mean, that's what our community is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can feel my passion,
Yeah.
it used to be worse.
Yeah.
Because I used to have way different cultures.
Yeah.
Right.
Way different cultures in there.
Oh yeah.
Like
we're both from LA, and honestly, I don't think there's anything out in LA, or especially San Fernando Valley, that I can think of where it's kind of like this. You got your tequila lockers, you got people just singing all the time. Everyone's friendly, everyone knows.
Like you said, the
They
cheers
remember
feeling
you.
where it's like
Yeah,
you come in here and
exactly.
everyone's like, hey, hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
You want to sip? You want to hang out? You want to talk?
Yeah.
You want to talk business? You want to do a podcast tomorrow? Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's one of the reasons we left LA, because
Yeah.
it's like we kind of were like thriving. Like we got to get out. Like it's like you're not important in LA.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And
You have bigger inspirations to do more,
Right.
and this is the place. Like I feel like Reno's still that place to do
absolutely.
that.
And the biggest thing for me is it's people. They come, when they come here, it says, what is the dress code? I said, there is no dress code. I says, everybody's welcome.
That's awesome.
Everyone is welcome. What do you mean? I says, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to be here and having a great time?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Just take a seat. We'll take care of you.
You
And then going back to I guess staff too. With that, I guess I have another question. Do you feel like there's been a decline in service when it comes to other restaurants? And you don't have to bash any particular name, but I've witnessed it. Here we don't really see that, but you've been a restaurant. You're like, man, I've been sitting here for almost an hour.
yeah.
Do you feel like it's hard to get good help?
we're very blessed.
Yeah.
We're very blessed.
Because you have great staff.
Yeah, we're very blessed in that direction. Why? How much we care for.
Yeah.
You go to other places, they're like, I'm sorry, it's gonna be an hour.
You're just a number.
Yeah.
exactly.
You're just a number.
Yeah.
Or you know what? We run out this, we run out this, we run out. And you see over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
As well, I don't belong here.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you come in and they look at you, and it's gonna be a while. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Right.
I'm not gonna name the restaurant, Garrett, but we went to a restaurant. It was a Mexican restaurant, and we had margaritas. And I just felt like they didn't know how to really make them because maybe they just weren't good at being a bartender, whatever the situation may have been. There was no love, no care, no hospitality.
Right.
And then what ended up happening, we had like 2 or 3 and we were just blacked out. We were just like, what happened? What's going on?
What was in
what was in this thing, you know? But it goes back to, I think, like the service and the quality. Like if there's low quality, you're going to feel it and you don't feel good. We haven't been back since.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, man,
and
what's
you-
going on
you
here?
can and the terrible and great thing is when you try great places,
Yeah.
you get used to it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, because you go and
Your taste buds have changed.
you know, and or they tell me, Chuy, so when you're not here, where do you go?
Yeah. Where else would you need to go?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So my answer to that is, whatever, they treat me like a human.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you have that bar, you have that level,
Right.
you know, and it's like if no one can get to even close to it, why are you going to go? Why are you going to waste your time?
And I'm not going to go everywhere that I go and tell them who I am. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Why? You know, I'm just going to go and, hey, how you doing?
see what's
Have a
going on
seat.
here.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You know, and that's just respect.
Right.
Right.
It's just
100%.
respect, you know.
Right. And then me and Shay, we have like, it's just kind of the same deal. It's like, because, you know, we go to this bar called Flowing Tide. It's right by our house. You know, we know the
All the waiters and
yeah,
waitresses.
we know them all. And then, so like every time,
The
you know,
service is immaculate.
yeah, we brought our brother out here, and we were like, oh, let's go take him this star. You know, we probably we hit a couple of bars, and we just ended back at Flowing Tide because it's like, in the end, we're like, you know, we don't like, you don't like going somewhere, and then it's like, even if it's new, you're kind of like, if you're not treated the same, you got expectations, and if you're not meeting those, we're out. Let's just go
Yeah,
back.
your
It's
standards- your
it's like,
standards here
we
now.
go there all the time, but you know, that's where, you know,
And you know,
we
but
love
believe it or not, you know, all the energies and your hard work that you put in your business, it shows.
Yeah.
Right.
It shows, and you can tell on your passion and the way you handle yourself and the humbleness that, you know, how you treat other people and everything. You can tell right away.
Yeah, it's going to rub off on your business, you know.
Right away.
If the passion is there, then you'll see it. Like even in here, you walk in here, I see you in here every single time I come in here.
Hey.
Like when do you really see that when a business owner has 4 locations and he has time to put love and care and all of that into each location?
Right.
You know, you're just bouncing around each time, and I'm pretty sure there's regulars that go to the one in downtown. There's regulars at Sparks, regulars even at the airport that fly all the time, like myself. You know, you're there. That's
Right.
awesome.
And you're usually right by the front door, which is crazy. It's like every time we come
Greeting
in, you're just
people.
right there. There you are.
Well,
There you
but you know that's not a secret. You know, it's just the 30 seconds. I have those 30 seconds, and if those 30 seconds, I can show my people how much I care. In those 30 seconds, how much I care for you, for everybody. It's gonna show, and they're gonna do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not gonna tell me, you know, I cannot do that. I said, yes, you can.
Yep.
If you can do it, you can do it.
Right.
You know, we tie our shoes the
Like
same.
you said, there's no secret.
No,
Right.
just willingness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was like one of the reasons we got one of those lockers, because between me and Shay, we were like, it was a no-brainer. It was like, not only did we really want one, but we're
Right.
just like, it just gives us, like, we love the place. We like to come back all the time. It's like,
no, and
why
you know,
not? Might as
and I
well.
appreciate that. You know, when we first met with James, you know, when he first introduced us, I'm glad that you guys grabbed the idea, and I can tell right away. You guys got so excited. I says, you know what, we want to do this.
Yep.
We want to do this, and that's that right there for me. Everything that
We
I
were
said,
speaking the same language.
Yeah, everything that I said is done.
Yep.
Everything that we talked is there.
Yep.
Now look at what we're doing now.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
what,
it made us feel like, you know, we had like a little status here
yes.
and a little
Yeah,
importance.
nah, you know, look at what we're doing now, and this thing is gonna get bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get bigger.
I love
Yeah.
hearing all the new plans that you have, like with talking about the society and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like you have that vision and it just keeps growing, right? I'm sure like you just every day can change, like you said. Sometimes you just need to go to, you know, outside and just get inspired and you're like, we're gonna start this now. We're gonna do this,
Right.
you know.
And guess what? Who's going to be the first people they're gonna know about that vision?
Oh, right here. Yeah.
That's right here, right here.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we got similarities.
Yep,
Right.
exactly.
You know.
Did you want to kind of talk about like what you're trying
Absolutely.
to do?
You know, you bet.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's been 2 years that we're gonna do our private tequila tasting. In 2 years, very patiently working with the people that help us with this vision. But we getting finished. We're gonna have black urns in there. Whenever you wanna bring your business people, whenever you're gonna bring your your family. You want to show somebody, what you guys are built of.
Right.
You guys can use this private room right here.
Talk about networking. That's
So
insane.
that's gonna be our next talk of the town.
Whenever you walk in this place and you see the tequila lockers, you look at the names, and I think that's one thing that even not just sold us, but we were just like, whoa, we were in shock. You see the mayor, you see people that own all the businesses that when you're driving by, you're like, man, like, okay, that guy, he has a locker here. Oh, we're going to maybe run into him.
Sure.
Oh,
Yes.
that'd be really cool to talk to that guy and pick his brain. And so when you put all these people together, that's a good time right there.
My ex-bosses, they started with the small casino, El Dorado. Now they have Caesars Entertainment. You kidding me? Worldwide.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Flying private jets
and they're
still make time to come over
and they're
here.
here. And when they come here, Chuy, stop what you're doing. Have a seat with us.
And is it still the same love?
Same
That's
same
awesome.
or better.
And that's probably, like you said, you started working there as a kid. That's probably left a mark on you since then. And that's the passion, the drive, and like showing people like, hey, I'm never too good for you.
No,
Never
because
too big.
I show them how much I care for them.
Yeah.
Not only them, but how much I care for their business.
Right.
Mom, and the two boys.
Oh, man. Dude, look at that. That's insane.
Oh, wow.
Did they ever say like, man, this is just crazy to see like in real time, like from where you were when you were a kid and you grew up with the kids and probably the parents, like all of them, all generations.
They're very happy.
And they're looking at you just like, man,
they're very
that's
happy.
the American dream.
That's it.
That's the
it.
American dream.
And being Italians and being from Mexico, what do you think? That's what they it says. You know what? I'm gonna keep an eye on you. It's perfect.
Perfect.
I love
Please
it.
do.
Yeah.
I love it. And
Put some pressure on me.
yes, and one of the greatest thing was by paying attention to the father. When he asked me a question, and he asked me a very serious question. He says, "What are you gonna do in 5 years from now?" And I look him in the eye. He says, "I'm going to take your job. I want to take your job."
Yeah.
And he took me like, okay, under his wing, and just go.
Yeah. Because he saw something in you.
Exactly.
He saw the drive.
He goes, one thing that I'm going to tell you, don't lose your education.
Yeah.
Your education is number one. Whatever you do, you stay in, it happen.
Yeah.
It happened.
It's insane.
Wow.
That's true testimony of like hard work, man. I don't know what else
It's
to say.
American
That's
dream,
insane.
you
Like you said, that's the American dream.
Yeah.
You came over here 11 years old.
11.
You knew from the beginning, LA's not where you
Saw
want to
LA,
live.
so-
He ran for the hills. Like we probably should have done that.
I know.
Your dad actually did try to get us out of there.
No,
I did.
another great thing that I have not shared, since I was little, I knew that I want to become a chef. I knew that I want to become a cook. I knew that I want to be a dishwasher. I knew already. I wanted to do that. And then, the leadership just, hit right there.
Right.
And it says, what's next? Well, open a restaurant.
Yeah.
But and then until I find my perfect partner, which
Right.
is my beautiful wife,
Yeah.
she go like, what are we going to do?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's just do it.
There was no, you know what? It was
What did you
scary.
say? What did you say earlier? There's no better timing than right now.
Right now.
Right now, doing it.
You
Just
know,
do
right
it.
now, right
What are you
now.
gonna say? No, let's start it next year. Let's do let's do it now. What do we have to do? Let's do it.
Let me look at my finances.
Yeah.
There is no finances.
Yeah.
Let me look and see what we can do.
Yeah,
There's-
that's so funny because my mom she ran preschools for
yeah.
forever, and she had that same mentality. My dad couldn't stand it. It was like, oh hey, I need you to do this. Okay, I'll get to it, and she'll be like,
No,
no.
now.
No, we're gonna do it now.
Now.
we're
Because
gonna
then it
do
won't
it.
get done
Drive my dad
correctly, or
nuts.
because
Yeah.
you have the passion, the drive to, do it now. Like
Yeah.
Garrett and I, we were just talking about it. Funny story for our business. We were sitting at the Flowing Tide restaurant, and we were just, having a drink, and we're just talking about like what we said the other day on the podcast. Let's start something. Let's do it. The next day, we're looking at leases. A week later, we're signing a lease.
typing
and
a mission statement.
typing
yeah.
up a mission statement, like because we have the drive, and that's why I think we've become somewhat successful for an early amount of time that we've had. Because, like I said, that first transaction from that first customer, it just hits different.
Right.
It's just like, this is actually working, but you have to keep that drive going and be as passionate. So seeing you going back to, it's inspiring to see someone
Yeah,
like you
absolutely.
and know that it's hard work. Same thing like what you were saying about your mom. seeing people that the reason why they're successful, you're
nope,
successful is
gotta do it
because
now, yeah.
got to do it now.
And I think I definitely got my kind of aspect from her, like knowing like, hey, if you're starting something that big and you're putting a lot on the line, like we put a lot on the line starting our business.
Of course.
And
I
you
mean,
have
just your energies.
Right.
Your energies. It doesn't matter how much money you put up there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but all the energies,
Energy.
all the love that you're gonna put in there.
Yeah.
You know, what are we gonna do next?
Right.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do next?
That's why me and Shay, when we
You know?
started, we were like, go, go, go. Like literally,
go.
I think when we first started talking about our business, it was like the end of February.
Yeah.
And like here we are in July.
Yeah.
Already
Having a podcast with you,
podcast.
you know.
You know when we opened this place?
When?
Pandemic.
Wow.
2020.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Some would say that's the worst time to
Yeah.
do something, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? Always, business people, entrepreneurs, always take the negative and turn it into the positive.
Yeah, 100%. That's the job. That is the job right there. Turning a negative to a positive in any situation throughout the day, throughout your quarter, your year, whatever. All right, we're not making as much cash. Then fix it.
Right.
You know? Everybody says, "What are you doing? What are you? Look at this.
It's beautiful.
Look at what?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't see anything.
Right.
I see happy customers.
Yeah.
I see happy employees. That's success for me.
Exactly. You know, and when they keep saying, you know, you're crazy. I said, yeah, I am. I am in the food and beverage. I am passionate. I'm crazy. You know. So that's what it's all about. you
Right.
know.
It's a good feeling too. Like you know, because me and Shay we're starting to finally like kind of see like you know some feedback of like how much work we've put in like the last 3 months or so.
It's a
Yeah.
lot.
And it's like, yeah, the last 3 months were absolutely.
But
hell
you know
for
what?
us.
It's you know the best in the business.
Right.
Your sweat,
Yeah.
your tears, everything.
Oh,
At the end
time.
at the end of the day, you're gonna come in and say, you know what? Good job.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
did
You
it,
know,
yeah.
we made it. You know, now what's next?
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
What's next?
If you're not tired at the end of the day, that means that you didn't work hard enough.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, or you take your worries into
Yeah.
your bed and you don't have your peace in your bed.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's time to
It's
do it again.
stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful. Me and Garrett have had those nights where it's like, man, I can't sleep. You're just thinking about all the negatives and all of that stuff. But at the end of the
we
day,
had 1 week where we probably had about 5 hours of sleep that whole week.
yeah, because we're stressing about the fire department coming in,
Oh, those
inspectors.
inspectors.
Like, oh man, are we not going to be able to open? We're losing
yeah.
money. Like, you know,
What do you
all
think?
that stuff.
What do you think? Thinking of the health department, fire
Oh,
department,
I know.
Zero
Yeah,
Reno,
how- what
We only had the fire department.
Yeah.
You have all, yeah,
everybody,
yeah, everyone.
And then not only that, but sleeping in the restaurant.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You know?
because you're so tired. Just like I just need to close
You
my
know,
eyes for a second.
I'm just gonna,
just
you
gonna
know,
pass out right
yeah,
here.
I'm just gonna, you know, stay here.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
You know, why not?
yeah.
You
You're gonna
know,
wake up and do it again
Yeah,
anyways.
the only thing, you know, we have food,
Yeah.
we have drinks, we got roof, we got air conditioning. What else do we want?
What do you
I'm
need?
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Like,
That's
come
it.
back
Come
again.
right back here.
Yeah.
That's
Back
it.
and do again.
Yeah. Yesterday, my wife had told me because we get home late all the time. We get home at midnight, 1 o'clock sometimes. You know, because we're so invested right now in what we're trying to grow this business into. That she's like, I was worried about because we have kids. We both have young kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I'm starting to feel bad. I know he does too. Where it's like spending time with your kids. We all have stuff, right? And my wife said, Chuy said yesterday, the only thing you can worry about is that business right now. Because if the business fails, that's because you are going to blame the fact that you didn't put enough this and that.
Right.
Don't put anything else, you know, the energy and time into anything other than the business.
That's right.
And it's perfect when you have someone that's supporting you, like you said with your wife, when someone's supporting you and they're just putting that energy right back in you, saying, you're doing a good job, keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
You know,
awesome.
and when you have that support,
Yeah.
when you have that support from your wife,
Yeah.
from your kids, what else do you need?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Shout
You
out
know?
to our wives for sure.
Yeah, shout out to them.
I don't
you
think
know,
there's
they're-
any way any of us would
yeah,
be here.
you know,
without-
because you know, as everything starts, you know, anything starts in the dining room at your table.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
You know, that's why I tell my teachers, my kids, everything starts in my house.
Yeah.
If my kids are not doing good,
Right.
it's not your fault. You're there to help me.
Right.
To give them a little bit better future.
Yeah.
You know, that's my job.
Right.
Yeah.
Your job it's, so we can have a better education and everything.
Right.
How you doing, man? Nice to see you.
There it is, right there, live,
No,
interacting.
you're good. Tequila Society.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
there
yes.
we go.
Oh, yes.
Well, we're not going to want to take up too much more of your time today, Chuy. We have part 2, 3, 4 coming. We're going to do more of these for sure in other
Whatever
locations.
you need. And one thing before I forget,
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you guys first. And then the man that you met yesterday, Jorge Montoya,
Oh, yeah, we're going to do something with
he
him.
has a history.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Talking about a
Mortgage
dream,
and mortgage,
and the mortgage real estate.
Yeah.
Talking about real, coming from nothing to something.
Oh, wow.
That's a testimony right there?
That's his testimony.
Excited to hear
Watch
that story.
him.
I
Watch him.
can't wait for that.
He's a great man and very humble, and that's why I do whatever. Whatever we need to do.
All right.
You just tell me the time and whatever. And and we did the same
do
thing.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yesterday we were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I just talking and brainstorming. And showing more people up there in the world that yes, we can do this.
Yeah. And then also too for your business, when people see you like what you're doing right now, like even like with us, it just shows how much you care that much more. Where it's like you're obviously busy, but you're taking the time to one, help another business, but two, because you have a bigger plan still for this business.
The more that we do for my friends, my partners, my everything, it's better for everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because
I believe in karma.
What are you guys gonna say tomorrow? You know what? I'm gonna be there tomorrow.
Exactly.
And what I'm gonna say tomorrow, automatic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Let's
there
do
with
it.
them.
Let's do
They're
it.
gonna make a phone call. Hey, Chuy, can we do this? Absolutely.
Exactly. That's all it
Automatic,
is.
without no thinking. That's gonna happen.
That's insane. Well, I guess like Chuy, the last thing is, do you have any new updates, news other than the society
Anything
situation
coming
that
up?
you'd like to talk about?
We have the Tequila Society, and we're gonna start doing some tequila tastings.
Yeah.
So we can all learn.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you that I'm the expert. I'm not.
Right.
I want to keep learning more about the things that we do here, because we want to take this to the next level
100%.
for all of us.
Yeah,
Right.
that's insane. And,
All of
and
us.
I see your motor's still just high.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
insane
yeah.
that you have this
Yes.
high motor.
Yes.
So I guess we're gonna leave with that, guys. And I definitely think that everyone should come check out Mari Chuy's. They have 4 locations. Can you shout out each location, Chuy?
Absolutely. So let's start with Ranchera, Mari Chuy's Tequileria and Botanas. And what's Botanas? Appetizers, just a small finger food so you can enjoy with your tequila. And then we're gonna jump into Midtown. Midtown is a little bit crazier. We have the best jalapeno margaritas, the fish tacos is the best. And then we're gonna jump to the Sparks location where we have all the special events, the nugget rib cook-off, the concerts, and we have the best rotisserie chicken. Tequila lime rotisserie chicken is the best. And then we have the mango margaritas over there. And then we jump to the airport. What is in the airport? We use the lime margarita.
A lot of pissed off
A lot of pissed off people. But you know what? They love the breakfast burritos. They love the chorizo breakfast burrito at 7 o'clock a.m. You can have your orange juice
Before your
and
flight.
Before
Before you're pissed off.
Your fresh
you're
squeeze,
waiting,
your
delay.
fresh squeeze orange juice or your mimosa.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, so it's great.
And then you guys cater as well, right?
We do the, you name it. My favorite, believe it or not, my favorite weddings, the weddings and the newborns.
That's insane.
What's the newborns? They're gonna be with you forever.
100%.
The weddings,
100%.
the newers, they're
Yeah.
gonna be for you forever.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So talking about lifetime relationships, right there.
A newborn. Exactly. That's a customer.
Right.
That's a customer.
Believe it or not,
Yeah,
believe it or
yeah.
not, those are your customers.
Insane. Well, we're kicking it off, guys. Have a good one, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
That was awesome, Chuy. Thank you so much, man. That was a good one, man.
We do one more?
Let's do it. Later, guys.